Hello everybody, I am back again for another educational video. Today I am going to ask 6 mathematical or math-related questions to someone I know for me to find answers from those questions. So if you are curious of what are the questions that I am going to ask and if you are willing to learn from it, then you must watch and listen to the answers that will be given, because I guarantee you that if I would be able to learn, then you would be able to learn also from it. So come and join me as I am about to learn and discover something new from someone else's answer and from this math subject. Today I'm going to ask you 6 math-related questions. So my first question is, what is mathematics all about?
Mathematics is a science that deals with logic of shape, quantity, and arrangement. Mathematics is all about the language of numbers, from how each formula is derived, its application, and using it to formulate new formulas for better understanding of quantitative relationships. So other says also that it is a building blocks in making any inventions or innovation.
Next question, who uses mathematics?
So it can be everyone who could use mathematics, be it a farmer, for example, when they are going to purchase an equipment, even determining an amount of seeds they need to plant for their crop and how much it costs. A carpenter in measuring the whole structure of the house, a cook as well, as they need to measure a right amount of every ingredients for their menu. A a vendor in which they usually count every centavo of their profit and every time they receive and exchanges money to their customer. So we can see to it that mathematics really involved.
Next, why is it important for you in particular to learn or to know mathematics?
It is because aside from it is really indeed a part in our day-to-day life, whether we like it or not, mathematics will always tell us. This mathematics will really help me to develop my analytical and logical way of thinking and even reasoning ability, especially that I also choose this field of teaching, so I need to be equipped as good as possible for the future students that I could handle it.
Okay, next question, is mathematics everywhere?
So yes, it is. Like for an instance, if you are doing a household course, when we cook a plenty of rice, we need to estimate the level of water to be used. As well as in our situation today, wherein our classes is conducted through online, and with that we need to be updated and connect every day as much as possible. So there are times that we need to calculate how much could we spend for our mobile data, for our internet connection, in a day, in a week, or in a month, and in what promo that we can still save at the same time. So I know there were really a lot of instances that we used mathematics. Maybe there were just times that we are not aware that we are already apply or use mathematical concept.
How did Fibonacci came up with this Fibonacci sequence? Explain or show an actual application of this sequence.
Okay, so it is when Fibonacci discovered a pattern whose sequence of numbers form the set 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, and so on. So he observed numbers in nature. His most popular contribution is the numbers that is seen in the petals of the flowers. So there were some examples also that can be seen in the natures like an apple or sunflower.
So again, in Fibonacci sequence, it is a series of numbers, and these are 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, and so on. So if we're going to find out what will be the next number right after the 13, so we will just simply add these two numbers. So if we add this 8 plus 13, so it will be equals to 21. So now we already know that the next numbers in the sequence is 21. So the same thing while using the rule of the Fibonacci sequence, using this x sub n equals x sub n minus 1 plus x sub n minus 2. So This x sub n is the number of terms, while this x sub n minus 1 is referred to the previous number, while this x sub n minus 2 is the number before the previous number. Okay, so now we're going to mark this sequence of what term they are. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now if we're going to find out what will be the next number of the sequence, so that will be the next term. So we will going to change the n into 9. So 9 minus 1 is equal to 8 plus x 9 minus 2 is equal to 7. So in here, in order for us to know the 9th term, we are going to add the 8th term and the 7th term, which are the 21 and the 13. So we will write it down here, the 8th term, which is 21, plus the 7th term, 13. So if we add up these two numbers, it will result to 34. So therefore, the 9th term of this sequence is 34.
So for its application, one thing that I discovered about this Fibonacci sequence is it will be useful in calculating the kilometers to miles, or vice versa, calculating the miles to kilometers. So for example, for this series of Fibonacci sequence, we are going to take any two consecutive numbers of this sequence. So let us set 13 and 8 as our number. So how are we going to do this? So we will just assume that the biggest number is r, is the kilometer, and the smallest number is the miles. So we will try to convert kilometers to miles. So since 13 is the biggest number, so we will try 13 as the kilometer, and we will try to convert it into miles if it is exactly equal to number 8. So we have here the calculator. So if we convert this 13 kilometers to miles, we have here the result 8, and which is exactly the same with the sequence of Fibonacci, the same as if we are going to convert the miles to kilometer. For example, if we set this number 8 and 5, so since the smallest number is 5, it will be our miles, and we will convert it into kilometer. So here is the result, and we will going to round it up, and it will be result to 8, and this is also equal to number 8, which is based on our Fibonacci sequence.
That's a good example. Some say that mathematics is not a language but a useless set of formal rules and elegant symbols. Do you agree or disagree? Explain.
Disagree. First, language is means of communication. We even communicate through music, dances, art, poet, words, or numbers. So I have also read an article telling that there are multiple definitions of language. A language may be a system of words or codes used within a discipline. Language may refer to a system of communication using symbols or sounds. So the vocabulary of math draws from many different alphabets and includes symbols unique to math. So if you say that, how about the mathematical equation? So this mathematical equation can be stated in words to form a sentence that has a noun, a verb, and a verb. So just like a sentence in a spoken language. For example, the 1 plus 2 equals 3. So we can say that 1 added by 2 is equals to 3. So in that way, it will be considered as a language already. So, And this what they call as an alien symbols. It can be used in verb, like for example, when we talk about equalities and inequalities. So we could use the symbol of equals, greater than, and less than. Actions such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So if you try to perform a sentence diagram on a mathematical sentence, you'll find infinitives, conjunction, adjectives, and etc. As in other languages, the role played by a symbol depends on its context. So aside from that, mathematics grammar and syntax like vocabulary are international. No matter what country you're from or what language you speak, the structure of the mathematics is the same. So, but we could not also tell that mathematics is the most important aspect of communication. But we can sure, but surely this mathematics is one of those type of language.
That's all for today. I hope that you learned a lot from her answers as much as I am. And by the way, she is Miss Jumika Barubias, my interviewee for today's educational vlog. Thank you for watching. Take care and God bless.